As for us, I'm going to start with the one we started at the end of yesterday's stream, and do that event. And then there's even another event after that. I got a couple of unfinished events is the thing. Yes, this is Godot. Normally, I cycle my 500s that have progress so that I can play around the ones that don't. But in this case, I don't use this account enough. I'm just going to spin the one that has no progress. Hey everyone, we had some time today, so thought we would come back and finish some more games in this Swoop Snoop deck. We'll take a quick look here. The highlights of this deck, of course, Baneslayer Angel and Brash Taunter, which make me a little embarrassed that we're 1 and 2 with this deck, actually. Subira has been very good for the early aggro. A little bit of an Anando with a Glorious Anthem and a lot of our creatures. Glorious Anthem pumping things to 3 power that no longer work with Subira, but she still works with the Trips Igneous Cur that we have, even with the Anthem out. And for a while I ran the Snoop, which is what the name is about, but it's not actually a good card. I was just being cute with the Brash Taunter, but we're going to leave it out and actually try to win some games here. Nah, we're up against it, War Furnace. I'm going to actually... This deck is too good. One win is not enough. I want to get some wins here. Let's get some real wins. So here we go. Let me actually update this stuff. We are on 1 and 2. 6 more wins to go here. And this happens to be the paid account. Let's go. I'll give a quick thanks to Card Kingdom, but this isn't the start of event, so I won't give a full spiel, but I will remind you that they are my incredible sponsor, and if you like this content, you can help me out by checking them out via my affiliate link in the panels in the YouTube notes. Lets them know you got there from here and helps out my stream, so easy peasy way to support me is to at least use the affiliate link to browse the website. Easy keep here. We get Daybreak Charger into Subira or Makeshift Battalion. Anyway, a lot of things we can do here. We find something on 2 besides Charger. We may run it out so we can get some Charger value. Might even go Charger into Charger, but likely that we're going to play one of our 3s. Find out if Oppo has a shock. No shock for Oppo right now. I mean, they could have just drawn one, but at the end of our turn, they clearly did not have a shock. We got some burn of our own. I think we offer the 3-1 and then can decide whether we want a Feat of Resistance to save it. Probably not. I think I would just trade Charger for Cur here, and that's fine. Although we could wait and just drop Battalion. This has haste, so we could go Battalion, Subira, and get the counter next turn. Yeah, actually, I'm going to do that. I'm going to wait. Be patient. Yeah, Buckeye saw the same thing. We might not do it depending on what their board looks like, but I like setting up for the possibility. If we find a planes, we can consider Daybreak Charger plus Feet, holding up Feet. Or Dragonfire Charger, you know, is going to be another thing we could do here. All right, we did find the plane, so now we have a lot of options. And with all this mana, like if we... Okay, what happens if we play Subira? We are basically offering her for the Cur, and I don't want to do that. So I'm going to go with the Scorching Dragonfire Charger. You want a Charger hold up Trick? I kind of like Scorching the Cur, getting in for some now, dropping the Charger, and then having, if we get a land, even Feet plus Subira. That's my line. I'm gonna start with the Dragonfire, see if it lands, and if it does, the Charger is a nice follow. They seem to have some interaction to consider, but then didn't do it. Now we're going to offer the Charger. If they counter it, whatever. If they don't, we get to threaten some extra damage. I'm going to put this +2 on the other Charger so that if they have removal, we get to keep our battalion. Okay, that's no big deal at all. All of our creatures live. Yes, we lose out on the +2 of the Charger. I guess it's a little big deal because these don't attack next turn. We don't get the sweetness of Subira. But if we find a land, we can still play her and have Feet of Resistance up, and that's nice. No land. Yes, Sure Strike. Do we send Subira into possible counter magic with no backup plan? I think we... She has haste, so it's not like we can wait till after combat. Yeah, Wizard Goblins incoming is a possibility. In which case the Daybreak Charger gets a Feat of Resistance, and that's fine. I'm suspicious. I'm going to send in and not play Subira this turn. We'll hold up Feet and Sure Strike. And I will tempt the Wizard Goblins. Bring it, Wizard Goblins. No? All right. We are going to just keep shields up here. It was the draw 3. Well, to you I say, draw away. Now we really want to land on top. If they go for something removal-like here, we can Feet. But basically, a land gives us Subira plus one of these tricks, which is quite good. Like, ideally, they play the ghost lighting thing, you know, the bouncer, because then we could Feet, save it, and really crush them on the crackback. As it is, maybe they're holding up counter magic here. Well, if so, they're going to get Subira, because we're going to try it. And we found the land. That's nice. Testing the waters. Here we go. What say you, Oppo? Okay. Another Frost Breath, maybe? Frost Breath, unless they... Yeah, Frost Breath is not going to do it. We'll still be able to attack with 3. We Feet the battalion. They freeze one thing, and everything else attacks. Now, Charger becomes a trade with the Arcanist, and we don't have the backup plan there, but still worth it. Yeah, Sure Strike plus Battalion and Subira are lethal. Let's see what Oppo's got to say about that. Swoop, swoop, swoop. I'll try that. And I'm going to offer Subira here. I mean, not for, like, right now it's not a trade. I mean, they need 2 spells for it to not just be a bounce off, but send both. Scorched. Paid for unblockable. How do I do that? I don't know where you're getting an unblockable battalion. Ah. Because Razor reads like I do. Dragonfire ought to be enough. They had to use... Oh, it is enough, in fact. Let's just win. Sorry, I looked away for a sec to see what Hat was linking to, and I looked back to see our win. Right back in. Probably take a lunch break for like 20 minutes or something ahead of the big event. For those of you who came late, in about an hour and 15 minutes, I'm going to be joining a streamer showdown. I qualified for the finals of a draft event with some other streamers that we're kicking off at in about an hour and 15 minutes. So we'll play a little more together, then I'll take a little lunch break, so I'll be nice and refreshed and fed for the big action coming up. I think it's very good GY, but I can't give it best. There are enough, you know, between Grasp of Darkness and Flyers, there are enough ways for it not to do its thing that I can't quite give it best. Draw. I think I had a Sublime Epiphany cast on me once, but I've never even seen it in a pack so far. Getting a little chilly in my house. I'm going to hoodie up. Yeah, Capture Spheres now. I mean, it's a Capture Sphere and Grasp are also answers to some of the other cards that we might name as top contenders. The president is threatening to cut funding to schools if they don't open this fall. Imagine having no empathy whatsoever, like none. Wow. I bet you have more empathy than the top of the leadership chain. Chorister on 1 is a little under the collar, but we do get a cur that gets to block it here. This is pretty good, right? Reach, hexproof from blue. Whenever it's dealt damage, you gain 1 life and create a sap. Okay. Well, let's go. I was going to go battalion. Yeah, and I guess with the reach, we still just want battalion. Threat of activation incoming on Chorister. Not here, but like 1 mana away from activation threats there. I like Ogre here so that next turn we can swoop the battalion and swing with... Well, we'd have to send in the cur for possible death. Could go swooper now, but then we don't have attacks. Yeah, I'm gonna go ogre. Flying ogre next turn is a good attack, yeah. I'm trying to figure out a way to get a counter on the battalion, but flying ogre next turn is good enough. Yeah, we could also block the Chorister. It takes away that threat of activation, because I would happily put ogre on Chorister. Gotta remember what this does. Beginning of your end step, if you gain 3 or more this turn, each opponent loses 3. I can see why this deck isn't the hottest. That doesn't seem amazing for all the hoops that you have to go through to get there. We could have a cur pump, but that doesn't get us anything. Yeah, this has reach. What? But we would still want to send the ogre into it, I think is the idea. Play. Well, we could swoop and attack. Why wouldn't we want to attack? That's, I guess I don't understand why people aren't interested in attacking with a 4/3 flying ogre. How are we punished? I'm going to send it. Chorister crackback. Well, let's see if they want to do it. Uses up their whole turn. We still have double blocks if we wanted to use them. Okay, that's interesting. Expensive, costly to kill it. They get a couple of saps if we do that. We could do Chorister in response to Pump. That would be pretty devastating. Kind of like drop in a Spellgorger. Also, let's see. I got to see if I'm saving lands or not. We've got a Thrill, so I do want to sandbag some land. And we can go weird and have the Dragonfire available here. Do you want to attack with the Ogre here? Or just hold up and pass? I guess we'll pass. right? We could send in, if we send in the ogre, we're saying we're ready to use the dragon fire on a pumped chorister, for example. I think we'll be better off playing patient here for a turn. More land. We can play the Wingmare and still have Dragon Fire, so I'm gonna. Yeah, with Taunter and Baneslayer in the deck, we should probably just try to hold until we find one of those. Demand that Oppo beat one of those stupid bombs. Land, not what we're looking for, though. Although we also have, I believe in this deck, don't we have the X spell? Do we? Oh, no, that was a different one. All right. Yeah, we can now trade the Cur. Do we want to trade the Cur off? I think still no, and we'll play one land anyway. We'll sandbag one. Mike says send in the pup. I'm holding it for now, but Arsonist. Arsonist doesn't do that much. Threatens a chorister. All right, we'll send in the Cur. We would trade it for anything, right? So it's fine. What would you put on it? Maybe they just take it for even for a turn. You don't want to have dog. All right, well, we can just say, sure, we'll take this trade. Then they go boom. And they don't have the mana to do it again, right? So then we could pump twice. Do you just want to trade the Cur and give him the life? What do you think? I mean, they're giving us a trade. All we need to do is accept a little life. Yeah. Save the fire. It just prevents the life, but that doesn't really matter with how we're trying to win this game, right? We're looking to take it long and leverage our late game bombs. Gonna hold everything in hand. Dragonfire costs 3 with Wingmare. I want to hold the land for pitching, and if we played the Arsonist, we wouldn't have the Dragonfire. Oh, that's true. Now we got something to fire. That thing's got to die, or it will take over. I'll try it now. There's a pause. Don't save it! Don't save it! Don't save it! Let it die! It's gonna die! Ah! Drat. Drat, drat, drat. And we drew land, which is not helpful. Now this thing is going to start to take over. Nothing has a counter on it yet, though. So they got to spend 6 mana just to get something going. Do we have attacks now? We can send in Swooper, Ogre, Battalion. And if we send in the Weird, what does that get us? Weird offers a trade on Mauler. It offers a free 1/1. It does threaten to grow. They probably would just won't. They'll probably just ignore it. I think we certainly need to get aggro if we can't kill this veteran. Although it's a little clunky, but it'll start getting pretty good. I should put a full control bluff on if we're going to try to convince him that Weird is getting big. Yeah, we could hold back the Swooper and the battalion still gets counter. That's fair. I like it. We'll do this. Oh, they are real bold. I like the bluff, but they called it. Yeah, 3/3 gone. And only need to sandbag one land for the one looter card we have. I think it's just one looter card, right? Charger, Feet, Homophoene, Cur, Dragonfire, Thrill. There's the Thrill. Another Dragonfire, Tampering. Yeah, there's nothing else to hold lands for other than Deception of Oppo Wondering. Now, what can we do? We can Scorch. Send in Arsonist, Weird, Swooper, and Ogre. Really, you can even send in Wingmare. That's not good up there. I guess Swooper and Wingmare still stay back, but we can send in everything else. I like the Arsonist in with the Dragonfire because it's ping combos to take out both Patrician and Weaver. If we have to use it to take out Weaver, they get a bunch of 1/1s, but I think we can manage those. Yeah, I can +1/+1 counter, but we have Dragonfire. I'm going to do it. I think Dragonfire, like a +1/+1 counter on the Patrician or the Weaver, is still not enough for it to be a bad attack for us. Yeah, this is, like, I don't know where they're going with this, but we have good responses no matter what they do with the veteran. If this card in hand is something, that could be a problem. See, it doesn't kill our Ogre, and the Dead Arsonist kills the Weaver. So, yeah, they get a bunch of 1/1s out of this, but this is fine. And we kill the veteran to get that off the board. I guess if I was going to do that, I should have gotten an extra point off the Weird. Should have gotten an extra point off the Weird. We'll see if that costs me. Did I tell you about the bombs we have in this deck? Like, literal bombs. They're in here I'm pretty sure I put them in the deck. Not complaining, we're in a good spot here, but I guess I am complaining a little bit. I like finding bombs. Now, the Swooper looks good. They can pile everything onto the Ogre if they want, but that's fine. So I think we swing away. Except for the Wingmare. To distract it. I guess it's an easy block. But there's a great reason not to, huh? It's a threatening attack. If they didn't have, like... well, but the thing is, we had threats. I mean, would you just... Maybe you have to block there, but... We threatened some stuff. They had to have a leap of faith to make that block. As long as we can keep our flyer around now, I'm just going to keep the wingmare out of trouble. Yesterday, I screwed up and let a wingmare die. I let my last flyer die and didn't use the tap ability in response. Hey, speaking of feet, now we just send in 4-3, 4-4, see what they've got. And if they don't have anything else, I mean, if they got something, we have feet. If they don't, these are both still good attacks. If they triple block, the ogre will feat naming white and just take out the patrician and let the tokens sit there. And I could use the enforcer now. Yeah, we could tap down the vamp. That makes things a little safer, I suppose. I can full control for that. I was going to do the tap, but we can go ahead and be in on aggressive tapping right now, which does also allow us to send in the wingmare. I'm going to take the more aggressive approach here. I've got full control on, so after... yeah, tap on their turn was my plan, but I like getting the damage through. Yeah, and feet sets us up for potential lethal if they don't block with the saps. So let's put them to the test. Oops, not with that. With this. Well, now they'll know they have to block, but this is still good for us. All right. Notch one more, but without our bombs. We're just rattling off wins with no bombs. I don't think we've even had the Anthem effect in hand. Glorious. I've never even seen Glorious Anthem in hand that I can remember. We did play the Goblin a couple times in the early matches, but we actually lost with the Goblin. Somebody had the -X to kill it. This is actually a very old account that I don't play very much. This was my main account before I started streaming. This has a lot of content, or a lot of cards in it from before Guilds of Ravnica, which was the active set when I started streaming. Got a mulligan this, not good enough. Not enough early action. This is a nice keep, though. And I'm going to be greedy enough. I'm going to be greedy and bail on a mountain and hope that we find some extra land. We get Hobble Fiend and Wingmare on any land. Yeah, that's right. The auto tapper got me too. Oh, I remember that now. Mike's bringing back the bad memories. Owlblade is rough news, but we probably just start trading for cards in their hand, like play a Hobble Fiend and block it. See if they want to send the Chorister. Blocking the Howlblade turns any card in their hand into a 0 mana removal for the Hobble Fiend, which kind of sucks, but you can't sit here taking damage from it. You got to try and eat away at their hand a bit until you can find something with 4 toughness. Or start tapping it. Sure you don't want to trade for a Chorister? I don't know, Mike. Mike says, don't block the 3-1 this turn. Use Charger to make 4-1 trampled, swing back, block with Charger. Yeah, I want the Chorister, right? All right, I'm glad we're on the same page there, Mike. Yeah, the stopping the Howl Blade just went up to 5. Although, one thing you can do if we can get to 4 toughness is shock, you know, kill the battlements mid-combat. Here we go. Brash Taunter is a way to get things done. That's one of our bombs that we were trying to find. Unfortunately, we are low on options here. Yeah, 1 hour till the showdown. Charger starting to work on Howlblade cards. Or Dragonfire on battlements. I think I'll go Charger blocking Howlblade here. Or drawing out removal. Card out of their hand, but this way stops damage, right? Because if they go card out of their hand to our Dragonfire or whatever, then they still get the damage in. Now we got to kill that, or it's going to get way out of hand. I was wondering what the pause was, and it's Howlblade. All right, Celestial Enforcer here. Yeah, we're taking some hard hits. But if we go Enforcer, take 4. Wingmare, take 4. Go to 3. We can untap and start tapping it. Mike just likes playing another chump. Just drop the cur in front of it. I suppose we can drop the cur and still do the Enforcer plan, because we'd be going cur, find a land, play Enforcer, find a land, have Wingmare, and tap. All right, we'll do the chump play then. We need land to have a good shot here, though. Land gets us to Brash Taunter or the Vryn Wingmare use Enforcer to tap option. Land. Yes. If we find the next land, we're just going to want a Taunter, but dropping the Enforcer seems correct. Well, yeah, Enforcer does allow us to find land and go Wingmare Enforcer, or Wingmare tap if we want. Maybe this will make them use their grasp. If so. And the presence of Grasp is a reason to consider the Wingmare Enforcer line instead of the Taunter line. Trouble is, if we go in on Enforcer taps, we need 2 more land before we ever get to drop the Taunter. It kind of bluffs a shock, But tapping 3 planes there says, hey, look, they're trying to bluff a shock. All right, we did find our 5th land, and I think we do just drop the Taunter and hope they're out of, they don't have a grasp, you know? It's what we've got. And then we do have the Tapper backup plan. But Taunter is answered by Fetters as well. Faith's Fetters and -X removal, both Grasp of Darkness and the uncommon Sweeper, which doesn't seem likely here, but, you know, it's in the set. Could get rid of this Taunter. Yeah, we've been waiting to find the Taunter all segment here. We found it in our first games in the format. If they do have the -X for the Taunter, we're going to want to potentially block with... Nah, I guess we still just want to find a flyer and start tapping. The reason why is because then we are still... Like, no matter when we drop a Taunter, we're off of Enforcer for the turn. No matter when. So, up against the ropes.
Your friend here is only mostly dead.
I think we used our feet, didn't we? Oh no, that was a previous game. So we could unlock our Taunter with feet. Good call. Upkeep tap would prevent us from losing to feet. That's a good call. A drawn feet. Well, we're going to lose to that instead now. Where's our feet? That'd be awesome. Feet of resistance, please. This will swoop here. Chumping with the Wingmare anyway. Looking like this might be where things come to an end for us. Man, one auto-tapper fail would have changed this event completely. I let auto-tapper give us a loss the first time we played this deck. Baneslayer Angel would be nice. Yeah, we'll take that. Block here, though. All right, well, got 2 plays now, so I'm going to actually attack with the Swooper. If we're going to win, we have to find ways to win. Have to find some damage here, take some risks. It is a powerful card. We have failed to find a lot of the things that just turn it off. I mean, if you can't find 4 toughness, yeah, this thing is going to punish you. But, you know, you find 4 toughness, and then they need to have tricks and whatever, or battlements, etc. lot of 0 mana removal spells in my opponent's deck. It's something else. Well, we have another potential chumper. If they have removal, we're dead, though. Are we willing to be dead to removal at this point? No. I mean, if we find Baneslayer, we might just survive on that alone, so we should not accept removal equals death. We have single card outs that could, on their own, get us back into this game, so don't set yourself up to lose off of one removal spell when you got an out like Baneslayer in the deck. We will use Battalion, though, to chump. Okay. We'll play it. Probably run the Swooper line, though. In the sense of leaving this back to block and blocking with Swooper. It's funny, early opinion was Hallowblade worse than Massacre. No, yeah, worse than Massacre Worm. I told you there were some -X effects in the format. All right, we did. It was fun. Again, no shame in that one, but really frustrating, honestly, to go through an entire event with a Baneslayer Angel and just never see it. And an entire event with a Glorious Anthem and just never see it. Happened to Haj against us on the Gauntlet on Friday. Haj had a Baneslayer Angel that never showed up in a couple of games against him. It felt... I think I did cut the Baneslayer. Maybe that's what happened. I should check. No, there she is. Oh, well. Hardly feels like just a 3-win deck, huh? I don't think we par-pulled this one, but I don't think anybody would have parred me at 3 with a Baneslayer and a Brash Taunter, a Sabira, a Glorious Anthem, 3 Dragonfires, and plenty of early action. Like, this is a great deck, and I would take it any time. We just ran into the variance monster this time, and we're going to have a good attitude about it. Claim that prize, and I'm going to say thanks to YouTube friends for catching the rest of that one. Now, I wasn't sure I was going to run that event, but since I finished it on air, great. I'll throw that up on YouTube sometime. Thank you for coming and checking out the second part. We'll see you at the next draft. Bye.